Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning back into my channel. And in this video I want to discuss how to create a sense of identity, because I have stumbled upon a lot of self-help books, self-help videos and whatnot, and everybody's like, just be, but what do you mean, like I have not understood, I have never understood what I mean, what does it mean to be myself? And I have discovered there's one really powerful technique that you guys can use to create your sense of identity. Because if you don't have it, you're just gonna go with anything. You're going to be a people pleaser, you don't know what you want, you're just gonna go with anything. And I have been like this a lot, I was just like all the time, we just like, I don't care what we do. I don't know what I want, like anything goes. Because I didn't have any sense of self. And this is something that has to be worked on. It's not something that you can just like wake up with, because you need to create as if your own identity. And if you have grown up in a family where other people were telling you how you should be, school was telling you how you should be, your parents, your friends, you were trying to fit in, you might have pretty much lost your sense of identity. Because I don't know how to pronounce that word, because I have seen these videos where they say like, when you speak English you should not pronounce T, so it's like identity, right? It just, for me, it sounds better when I say it as identity. I don't know why. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to pull out my notes to tell you guys what I mean by creating your identity and how to form this process and how to do it. Okay, basically forming an identity means having your own opinions and forming your own opinions, and that might be pretty tough when others are telling you what to think. And or for example, there's a trend online, right? Like, let's say trend with women wearing sunglasses or something, and you just start wearing sunglasses because take it as a part of your identity because everybody's doing it. Okay, we are highly sensitive to trends, and especially with the social media, but even without social media, you just go outside, and people are influencing you. Like, you're being influenced on every single step of your life. And if you do not have your own sense of identity, it's impossible for you to be resistant to that. Okay, you are going to get a lot of these people are going to influence you. Okay, and you're going to be a product of your surroundings. So I'm going to be discussing in this video, we're gonna get into it right now, how to stop being influenced by these surroundings and how to have your own opinions. Okay, so whenever you hear any point, any opinion, I want you to question it. Okay, do not take it as, yeah, this is holy, right? Do not take it as a holy word. So when your neighbor says, for example, that your life is over when you're 25, for some people it might be like, oh my god, my life is going to, they might take it really seriously. I want you to question every single thing you hear. So let's take this example. Your neighbor says that, oh my god, my life went completely down south after I turned 25, and your life is just going to be like shit when you're 25. I want you to start questioning it and go online and seek for the evidence of the opposite. Okay, so this is her opinion, your life is shit and after 25. I want you to go online and seek evidence that life actually gets better until after 25. Okay, you might find articles on Quora, on Reddit, you might find researches where people were actually researching this, or you might find anything else that is going to talk about the opposite. Okay, and then I want you to pretend like you are in an argument. You're in an argument with yourself. One part of you is going to stand by the first idea that your life is over by 25, and the other part of you is going to stand by the idea that your life starts, like your life is gonna get so much better until after 25. And I want you to feel in yourself which idea resonates with you more. Okay, which opinion resonates with you, feels more like you. And after that, I also want you to take your emotions out of it. So you might feel, when you're doing this analysis, you might feel that your emotions are getting in the way. For example, your fear of getting old, your insecurity of getting old, maybe your feeling of low self-worth. All of these things are gonna get in the way. I want you to separate this. Separate your emotions and just look at the facts. prove that life is going down south before 25 and prove that life is going upwards. Separate it from feelings. And then look at your assumptions. What assumptions are you might be making? You might make an assumption that, for example, everybody after 25 is getting ugly, which is not true at all because it doesn't have any proof. There's probably people in their 30s or whatever who have had really a big glow up after. Okay, separate your assumptions and feelings from the facts, and then you're going to really see what resonates with you. And next time when you're going to meet somebody else, they're gonna be saying the same thing, like, oh my god, my life is going down south went down south after 25. You're not gonna be like, oh my god, she's so right, oh my god, what am I gonna do when I turn 25? You're going to be like, okay, but that's just her opinion. I have done my research. There's people who think the opposite. Okay, another example might be about relationships. So I have noticed this big trad wife, Andrew Tate, whatever trend online, who are saying that only women who are in a traditional relationship are happy. Only men who are in a traditional relationship, traditional marriage are happy. And a lot of people, if they do not have a sense of self, are going to take it as a reality. They're going to be like, oh my god, now I have to have a traditional family. I'm going to do everything that's in my power to be traditional and to, not be a bad bee, because that's not how I'm going to reach happiness. But what is the proof that traditional relationships are actually happy? Is there a proof? If yes, pull it out. What is the proof that it is possible for not traditional relationship to be happy? Is there some proof? Yes or no? Put it out and compare them. And through that, you're going to realize what more resonates with you when you take away your emotions. Because with this traditional family, there's a lot of young women getting married, having kids at their young time. It's all just one side of the story. And if you take it as a part of your identity without doing this analysis, without doing this comparison, you might end up in a situation that wasn't meant to be you in the first place, because you have just taken this trend as your identity. Okay, let me see what else I have in my notes. Yeah, so with anything you see online, don't fall for it, because the social media is really good at forming your opinions. You have to be prone to this. You have to be able to resist this, because okay, another question that you have to ask yourself is, why is this information being presented to you? Because a lot of people online are only trying to manipulate you, are only trying to get a benefit out of it. Like, for example, somebody would say that, oh, like, being a digital nomad is the best thing in the world. Why is he saying that? Because he wants to influence you to buy his course, okay? And it's successful in a lot of cases, but now what is the proof that being a digital nomad is actually good? Is there any counter proof? Is there people who have experienced this and claim the opposite? Can you compare both sides? You always have to look at the intention behind any message on the internet or any message anywhere around you. Why are people saying this to you? Do they have any bias? Are they just expressing their emotions? Or are they talking about facts? Because a lot of people, nowadays we are being showered with a lot of emotions from other people and a lot of manipulation from the online sphere, and everybody's just fighting for your attention. And if you do not have a personality, if you do not have an identity, you're going to fall for it. You're going to fall for it, and you're going to be a product of your surroundings. And we do not want this. We want you to always be yourself, and you have your own opinions. But opinions are hard to form if you just fall for everything, okay? Or, you can form your opinions according to that, but are they gonna be truly what you are? Are they going to be truly, aligned with your identity? Or are those opinions just what others said, okay? I have been a really big victim to this, actually, so I'm so happy that I have discovered this technique to always question everything that is being presented to you and look for the hidden bias. Always consider the other perspective. So what that this one person says that being a digital nomad is the best thing in the world? Can you show me, the other perspective? What are the disadvantages of being a digital nomad? Why is he not talking about them? Okay, so always consider both sides to every problematic and form your opinion somewhere in between. Okay, it's usually somewhere in between. It's not, at least in my case, it's never strictly this part of the story or strictly that part of the story. It's somewhere in between. And always separate your feelings from forming your identity, because it's okay to have feelings. I'm not here to talk badly about feelings or having emotions. Feelings can cloud your opinions. Okay, emotions are really good at this, to be honest, because you can just start, you can start being insecure about something, insecure, for example, about your age, and then you're going to believe that life is over 25, okay, just because you're insecure about your age and you are sad about it or something. So always separate your emotions. And yeah, let me see what other notes I have here to tell you guys. Okay, so every time you compare both sides of the story, up your own findings and your own conclusions, making sure that they are not clouded by assumptions and they're not clouded by and by going around the world and always questioning everything and considering both perspectives to every problematic, and separating your feelings from facts and not paying attention to assumptions, only paying attention to facts and where your personality is coming in between. The way how is the perfect strategy for you to create your own sense of identity. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hoped it added a lot of value to your life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.